I'm on page 38 of the textbook, and this is another high impact lesson. We're talking about adding and subtracting whole numbers. Knowing the place value of a digit is an essential part of addition and subtraction. Each digit in a number has a unique place value. In 987, there are 9 hundreds, 8 tens, and 7 ones. Adding whole numbers. The most important rule to remember when adding is to only combine numbers that have the same place value. Add ones to ones, tens to tens, and hundreds to hundreds. Or you can add cubes to cubes, rods to rods, and flats to flats. For example, 78 plus 564. You have to line up your numbers correctly. And then you just add your columns. So there was the cubes column. Here's the rods column. And there's the flats column. And the answer is 642. They also encourage us to use estimation to check our answer. That is great if you want to do that. I am not going to do that right now, but it is a good strategy to check. If you are subtracting whole numbers, the same important place value rule applies to subtraction. You only subtract numbers that have the same place value. You subtract cubes from cubes, ones from ones, tens from tens, or rods from rods, and hundreds from hundreds, or flats from flats. So you have dyslexia slipped in there. 4, 6, 1. 6 take away 1 is 5. In the rods column, you have to borrow. 15 take away 6 is 9. And then the flats, 6 take away 4 is 2. The answer is B, 295. Strategy. Subtract the columns one at a time. Do not regroup every place value at one time. This is where I've told you don't go wild with borrowing. Just do it as you need it. Read each question. Select the correct answer. 536 plus 264 is going to be 800, or answer C. That one was already lined up for me. 365 and 294 added together will give me 659. I had to line up that one. 903 subtract 128. Better borrow, so I have to go all the way to the flats to get something to borrow. So I change a flat into 10 rods, and then 10 rods into 9 rods, and I give 10 cubes to that column. So that would be 5, 7, and 7. So I like answer B on that one. 846 minus 316. Don't go wild borrowing because you don't have to borrow at all on this one to get 530. 454, 359, and we're adding those together to get 813, or C as in Charlie. 610 minus 573, better borrow. 10 minus 3 is 7, better borrow again. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 5 minus 5 is 0. So I like 37 on that one. Number 7, Taylor's cable bill is $179 and her internet bill is $158. How much does Taylor pay for cable and internet? The word "and" is your cue that we need to add on this one. And the numbers that we're looking for, cable is $179, internet is $158, so we just need to add those. Line up your place values, add cubes to cubes, rods to rods, and flats to flats. Her bill is $337. C as in Charlie. On Tuesday, the airport in Atlanta has 979 scheduled flights. The airport in Charlotte has 689 scheduled flights. What is the difference between the scheduled number of flights in Atlanta and Charlotte on Tuesday? Keywords are difference between. That is subtraction. And the numbers you want to subtract, we have Atlanta at 979 and Charlotte at 689. We're looking for a difference, so I'm going to subtract those when I can get a pencil going the right way. 979, 689, you're looking for the difference. Have to borrow on those rods, and I get a difference of 290. So I like answer B here. I don't know where that came from. I must have, I do know. It picked up my finger motion. 290 flights is the difference. B as in boy. The House of Representatives has 435 members. That's a total. There are 116 representatives from New York, California, and Texas combined. How many representatives are from the rest of the country? The word rest is important. That is a keyword that means subtract. I am going to draw a model on this one. Let me get some space here and we won't have to cut and paste. Well, if I can get the right one, it will work fine. So a bar model would be very helpful here. If I can highlight this out of here or white it out. All right, so let me draw a bar model. And that will be my total. I do know the total on this one is 435 because that's the House of Representatives total. And we know that we have two variables here. We have New York, California, and Texas combined, and that's 116. And then the rest of the country would be the unknown part. So this one follows that same pattern of total, known, and then unknown. So this is a one-step problem that involves subtraction, where we have 435, subtract 116, and I better borrow. That would be 9, 1, and 3. So there are 319 representatives for the rest of the country, and that's option A.